Islamia College Autonomous One Body.
Very good morning to one and all. Last class we saw the philosophy and education in detail. Today we are going to see the top 10 ancient Greek philosophers. So let us see one by one. First one is Parmenides, 510 BC to 560 BC. Parmenides, he was the follower of Pythagoras. Pythagoras was an ancient Greek philosopher. His works, poems, and thoughts are significantly influenced by the philosopher Xenophanes, leading most historians to believe that he must have been his pupil. He was the significant philosopher during pre-Socratic period, and his well-known work was On Nature. In this work, what he did, he unraveled the biggest question of all: is it or is it not? That is, must have always been since any arbitrary. His attempts at deciphering this philosophical question, a rhetorical one, some might say, leads to a rather paradoxical statement rather than a satisfying answer. Nothing would have to come from nothing itself. Here, paradox is it impossible to think of what is not, and it is also impossible to think of something that cannot be thought of. This is what the brief outline of Parmenides. Let us see next one. Anaxagoras. So 500 BC to 428 BC. He was one of the important figures from the pre-Socratic era. Anaxagoras of Clazomena was an influential philosopher and scientist, and he lived and taught in Athens for almost 30 years. And his philosophical views revolved around nature itself. His ideas contrasted and collided with contemporary ideologies and beliefs. This led him to face life-threatening consequences. He credited as being the first to establish a philosophical unit entirely in Athens, a place where it would go on to reach its peak and continue to have an impact on society for hundred of years to come. And this is what the brief life history of Anaxagoras. Next we will see Anaximander, 610 BC to 546 BC. Anaximander of Miletus is the famous pupil or student of, and in many ways a philosophical successor to Thales himself. Later we will see Thales. The first surviving lines of Western philosophy were written by him. The major contribution of Anaximander to this philosophy is he survived, and the first surviving lines of Western philosophy were written by him only. He is also known in the fields of early biology and geography. He is not only philosopher, he worked on science and geography also. First speculative astronomer in human history. He was the first man who started astronomer in the history of human being. Then much of his work remains truncated, especially at the hands of subsequent generation of philosophers. So this is what the brief history of Anaximander, a great philosopher and great survived philosopher. So next we see Empedocles, 490 BC to 430 BC. Empedocles was one of the most important pre-Socratic era of philosophers, and even more outstanding were his poems that went on to have great influence on later poets, including the likes of Lucretius. One of his philosophical landmarks has been his assertion of the four element theory of matter. So, my dear students, try to remember what was his major philosophical landmark and the four element history of matter. First one is earth, second one is air, third one is fire, and fourth one is water. Opposite motives forces involved, namely, he said that love as the cause of union and strife as the cause of separation. Try to remember these words, these sentence. I mean, these lines of Empedocles. Love as the cause of union and strife as the cause of separation. And he was the first person to give an evolutionary account on the development of species. So don't think that philosopher only they deals with philosophy. They also have knowledge about science, geography, astronomy, these things. On these things also they have knowledge. So next we will see Zeno. Zeno, he was born in 419 and he died on 430 BC. Zeno of Ilia devoted his time to demonstrate the many puzzles and paradoxes of motion plurality. So, major contribution of this man, this philosopher, is he started producing something which is very complicated, something which is very unknown to the people, and he was the first person in philosophical history to show that the concept of infinity existed. Try to remember the philosophy of Zeno and the works of major contribution of Zeno that he has started. He told the people, he told the universe that there is a concept of infinity existed. Next one, the major contemporary arguments on his paradoxes were on the infinite division of time and space, such as if there is a distance, there is also half that distance, so on. So if there is something miss, you can find half of that also. So next we are coming to the major, a big philosopher, very great philosopher, Pythagoras. You might have heard about this man. Let us see, 570 BC to 495 BC. So he was one of the pre-Socratic Greek philosopher, and he was known for his theories and ideas in mathematics, then in philosophy. He also a philosopher, and you can see his theorems and his geometry in the mathematics, and he was famous for theorem and geometry. He tried to find a mutual harmony between real life and the practical aspects of philosophy. What he did, he tried to bring the mutual understanding, mutual harmony between real life, what we are living, and it is related with practical aspects of philosophy. So he combined real life with philosophy, and his teaching were not strictly confined to what we know as philosophy, but also included common issues like rules on living, what daily food to eat, and so on. He also a nutritionist. What he did, I mean, he was not confined to philosophy and philosophical teaching. He also made uh, comments on issues like how to live people. I mean, people they don't know what are the things which we should follow in our life. What are the things which we should eat? Which food is very healthy one. He, I mean, he made rules on these things also. This is what the major contribution of Pythagoras. Then we will see another one great philosopher, Socrates. 469 BC to 339 BC. So Socrates started new perspective of achieving practical results through the application of philosophy in our daily lives. His interpretation and assimilation an ethical system based on human reasoning rather than various theological doctrine. He questioned on people beliefs and tried to find definition of virtues. The major contribution of this Socrates, a philosopher, is he started working on religion and beliefs and virtues. He became key figure and amassed numerous followers, but he also made many enemies because of his contribution, which is related to theological doctrine, religion, rules and regulation principles. So he gained so many enemies. So his beliefs and realistic approach to philosophy led to his executions. So this is what the Socrates. There are so many things are there for about Socrates. Later we will see. So just here I have given brief introduction, brief knowledge about Socrates. Next we will see Plato. Plato 427 BC to 347 BC. Plato was a student of Socrates and was visibly influenced by the philosophical approach of his master. Plato was completely influenced by his master Socrates. Then he combined the two major approaches of pre-Socratic metaphysics and the natural theology with Socratic ethical theology. So try to remember what he did. The Plato, what he did, he combined two major approaches of pre-Socratic metaphysics and natural theology with Socratic ethical theology. And three-fourths of Plato's philosophies: dialectics, ethics, and physics. You can see these three things in the Plato's philosophy. One is dialectics, second one is ethics, third one is physics. In physics, we know dialectics and ethics. In physics, he agreed with many Pythagorean views. He followed, he agreed Pythagoras, theory, Pythagoras, geometry, all these things he accepted. Then the Republic ethics, political philosophy and metaphysics, these are all the major works of Plato's. The Republic ethics, political philosophy and metaphysics. This is what the simple definition, simple knowledge about Plato. Next we will see Aristotle of Stagira was the most influential among the disciples of Plato. His interpretation of things was more based on facts learned from the experienced people who would gain in their lives, an approach that differed from that of his master. He proved to be an imaginative writer and equally creative polymath. At a time when human knowledge was still far too generalized, he broke down this knowledge into distinct categories such as ethics, biology, mathematics, and physics. A classification pattern is still used today. The pattern which Aristotle has started, still people are following. His influence was beyond the bounds ancient Greek. This is what the Aristotle. Finally, we will see the major philosopher and very famous philosopher, Thales of Miletus, 620 BC to 446 BC. Thales of Miletus was the father of ancient Greek philosophy. My dear students, try to remember whenever you hear this name Thales of Miletus, you should know that he was the man who was called as father of ancient Greek philosophy. He was the first person to investigate origin of matter, and he was the founder of School of Natural Philosophy. Then he was actively engaged in understanding various aspects of knowledge such as philosophy, mathematics, science, and geography. So he was not confined to his knowledge, confined to his area, but also he moved, he tried to understand other things also, various things like mathematics, science, geography, and he developed a well-defined standard to theorize why changes occurs. And he told that, and he defined that why changes occurs. He proposed water as a basic underlying component of the world. So he was highly esteemed among ancient Greeks, and his hypothesis usually added meaning and breadth to already existing ideas on nature. So this is what Thales of Miletus. So my dear students, I have given brief introduction about the philosopher. So here I have given nearly 10 philosophers name and their some details. So if you want to know about these persons in detail means, so you kindly browse on internet just by typing the names of the philosopher. You can get the more details of these people. So this is what the brief introductions about the ancient Greek philosophers. So hope you got the point and try to learn about this philosopher. So thank you for sparing your time here. So next in my next video I would like to bring top 10 and top 10 Indian philosopher. Thank you very much.